Ferrari is the most analog car that you can imagine. You have to actually work for the car. The car doesn't work for you. You have to do everything for the car. You have to pay attention. You can't be on the phone. You can't be on the radio. You have to mind the car. And I think that's what I enjoy about it, is the engagement you get, the fact that you have to pay attention. It's a completely different experience. There's no feeling like it. And I understand why people love them. So let me describe the car that I got. This is a 1985 Ferrari 308 GTSi. It's a fuel injection version of this car. Before this, it was a GTB. It was a carbureted version. This is a V8 mid-engine car. In this particular spec, which is the one that I was looking for, particularly, the interior is black leather with red piping on the seats. The typical 308, red 308 that you see everywhere has the tan interior. I didn't want that. I wanted the black interior. It's more unique. And this car, again, is not the fastest car out there. It's not the most powerful car, but it's a car that is easy to work with. It's very simple engineering, handmade, and it's a Targa. You can remove the roof, which is great because you can have also a sort of convertible. I have all the service records for it. So I know exactly what it was missing or what maintenance was due, and we could take care of that, and we did take care of that, and now the car is just a car to enjoy, and hopefully will continue gaining value through the years as it becomes more rare. Yeah. Yeah, well, I've been looking for the car maybe 4 years before that, looking for the right example, and suddenly, you know, this one appeared on eBay. It had all the paperwork. The owner was a collector of other classic cars, so I thought, you know, he probably takes good care of those cars, and I was following it, and I was on vacation for a week with the family, and we were, you know, on a road trip, and I was communicating with him constantly, and he sent me hundreds of pictures. At some point I said, this is the car, and ultimately I waited until 30 seconds before the auction ended to hit the submit button, and then I got it. The feeling was terrifying. That's the way I describe it, and not until the shipper was able to go and pick up the car, I was in a good state of mind. I mean, it took about a couple of weeks for the shipper to be able to pick up the car in Virginia. I had already paid for it through a bank transaction. So imagine you doing the transaction, you don't have the car, you don't know anything else. Yeah, I was communicating with the seller throughout the process, but not until the shipper went there. And he actually called me as soon as he picked up the car, and he called me and he said, "Ervin, you'll be a very happy customer. I've done this for many, many years, and this is one of the best 308s that I have seen." At that moment, I was able to breathe. And then a few hours later, when he arrived here, it was midnight when he arrived, and I was waiting for it, and I saw it getting off the truck, and it was a thing of beauty, right? And then, you know, I think I look back, and it was a very scary couple of weeks. I don't know if I'll do it again that way. I probably go to Virginia. You can actually drive there. I could have done that. So next time, I don't think I'm gonna go through that again. But at the end, it was a good result. So I grew up in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and that's where my parents still live there. And I moved here to North Carolina with my family about 10 years ago. Back when I was like 16, 17 is when I started dreaming about owning a car like this. And now I'm 52. I got it when I was 50. So that's quite a long time to wait since the moment I fancied the car to actually having it. And like every 80s kid, I had a couple of posters in my room. I had the Lamborghini Countach, I had the Ferrari 308, and I also had a Porsche 959. Those were the three iconic cars. Some people then later had the Testarossa, but this was always my favorite car. Now, my mom is a huge fan of Tom Selleck. I think she had a crush on Tom Selleck. And she used to watch the show all the time, and that was Magnum PI. Tom Selleck used three different 308s during the series. The last one that he used when the series ended in the last year was this car. I mean, not this exact car, but the same model. I always thought I was gonna pursue that car, but I never knew if I was gonna be able to do it. So in a way, I did it as an homage to my mom. She was the first person that I called as soon as I got the car, and I said, you won't believe the car I have. And she would like to come here and take a ride in the car, which is not possible at the moment, but so many years since I dreamt of having the car to actually having it, but it's totally worth it, right? It's the realization of a dream, and not many people can say they have been able to do that. I guess, you know, if I'm honest, you know, I wish I had my parents here. I wish I could travel more often to the island and visit them. Years go by, every time I go back, you know, I wish I could take the car there. That would be fun. Driving my mom and, you know, around the island. And you know, I think I would wear a Hawaiian shirt like Magnum PI and do the whole bit. I might even grow a mustache just to play the part. But again, it is what it is, yeah. You know, I see them getting older, and it's hard. It's hard on me, it's hard on the family. And especially through COVID, I haven't been able to see them. Luckily, they're fully vaccinated, and hopefully I can see them soon. It's a joy that I would like to share with them and be close to them. It's the nature of life, right? You have to move where the work is and where you're making your life with your own family. But I can't wait for them to visit at some point, hopefully, and share some of my dreams with them. It's been hard for the last number of years. You know, again, I wish I could be able to see them more often. Yeah. Yeah, so I live here with my family. I have a daughter and a wife. My daughter is turning 16 this year, and she's into cheer, competitive cheer, which is you know, a fantastic sport, and she's in high school. And is she a car enthusiast? She's not, but maybe that's because she's not driving yet. But she's not particularly a fan of cars, and neither my wife. She doesn't really care for anything other than an SUV. Now, what is important here is that she knows I work hard, and I deserve to have, you know, some gratification and some hobby, and she supports it, right? And I think that's important. I don't expect her to, you know, carry the flag of Ferrari every Sunday when there's a Formula One race. But at least I know she supports my hobby, and that's very important to me. I will tell anybody that has a dream, but particularly somebody in their teenage years, that they need to be persistent. I was persistent in following my dreams, not just owning a car like this, but owning my home, having the proper job, going all the way in school, and working hard, right? So it feels better later in your life when you can achieve, you know, some dreams like this. If you work hard for it, it actually is very satisfying. So I tell my daughter, like I tell every young person that I coach in my job actually, to be persistent, to follow their dreams, to work hard, to be dedicated, and then to compete, right? I'm very competitive, and I always tell people, compete. There's a lot of people that are not willing to compete in life, and you can take that as an advantage then if you are competitive and push yourself to be better. And that's what I would tell young people, right? Sometimes you can achieve your dreams earlier or faster, or sometimes it takes a little bit longer, like it took for me a number of years to have a car like this, but it's worth it. I'm Ervin Rodriguez. I'm from Cary, North Carolina. I'm a real person with a real story and a real ride.